If you Georgia Bulldogs, you're gonna feel the bulldog.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Row 60, a Georgia football podcast. My name is Clark Gaines. Joining me today, as always, Adam Thornton.
Boom!
And this is show number 122. Georgia is now 4-1 on the college football season with a big 35-14 win over the Kentucky Wildcats. Hey, we're back in the win column, folks.
That's right, Clark. Always good to get that sour taste out of your mouth after a loss and to go back to Sanford Stadium, start a new streak in Sanford Stadium last Saturday, man, and it was a good day. Good day. I mean, beautiful weather. Couldn't ask for any better, man. Had a ball and looking forward. Big games on the horizon. So just another great day at Sanford and excited to talk some ball, what happened last Saturday and what's to come, man. So, let's let it roll.
Absolutely. Week 6 did not disappoint for sure. Even outside of Sanford Stadium, there were a lot of really good games. So this episode, we're going to be focusing primarily on recapping the Kentucky game, obviously. Per usual, we have a game day atmosphere report, concession stands report. We've got some Clark's fun facts, some X's and O's, defense, offense, special teams breakdowns. UAP poll.
Yep.
Got some shakeup there. And then we'll talk about last week's games.
Yeah, I love it, Clark. That's going to be good. We're going to recap what happened in Athens, but we're also going to rev up our, crank it up about 5 notches, our Auburn hate, because it's never too early to start hating Auburn. Right. So as you see here, those watching on YouTube, we got our Scam Newton on the board right here. They are retiring his jersey this upcoming Saturday night. Oh, boy. So, we'll make more mention of that next episode, but and I will probably next episode stick around for story time of how old would I have been? A 17-year-old Adam during the 2010 college football season and my trip to Jordan-Hare watching Georgia play Cam Newton and where my dislike for the 2010 Auburn Tigers began that night, and it just changed my thoughts and my respect as a friendly rivalry to a pure just hatred to Auburn that night in Jordan-Hare Stadium. But that's the next episode. I'm getting ahead. I am putting the cart before the horse. This is about Kentucky.
Right.
Got to stay focused. But anyway.
Well, I wasn't even there. I was watching at home, and that's where my hate began as well. I mean, I was enraged. There's some old Facebook posts. I know you had Facebook at the time, too. Mm-hmm. I went onto Facebook, took my anger to Facebook, as most people do nowadays with not just football, but with a lot of things.
Yeah, with like the meal that they got from Zaxby's, that the chicken was undercooked, right? Or to post about the meal that they got, just talking, letting people know they're eating that, right? I feel like now everybody on social media has to like give an update of what kind of toothpaste they're using and like just this. Everybody has to document and put on the social webs like what they're doing with their life like throughout the day.
Right.
Okay. I feel like and that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. But
you're not going to do it.
I'm not doing it. I don't have social media. I do like Facebook Marketplace. Like I said, I love getting on Facebook Marketplace and looking for some deals there.
Yeah.
But I get on my wife's Facebook to look on Facebook Marketplace.
Okay, fair enough.
Occasion.
We need to get you on Facebook to join our patron group, Adam.
Yes, absolutely.
With that said, I do want to shout out a new patron member, Elijah Smith from Livonia, Georgia. Just right down the road from where we're recording this right now. Elijah, appreciate the support, brother. Go Dawgs, man. You're joining at the right time because we do have some more stuff coming up for you guys, you patrons specifically. The Florida vlog, y'all look out for that one. That's going to be a really fun video to put together.
Is it?
Yes.
Good.
Assuming we win that game, which I think we will, hopefully. Yeah. I don't know, though. The Gators look pretty good. That's going to be a great vlog. We're going to give you guys an extended cut. There's a lot of good ideas we have right now and a lot more to come. So, Elijah, man, appreciate it. Thank you so much for becoming a Row 60 patron.
Yeah, Elijah.
If you're not on Patreon yet and you want to unlock exclusive Row 60 content, visit patreon.com/Row60, or you can download the Patreon app and search Row 60. It's just $5 a month, and we reinvest every single penny into this program.
Like I said, man, all it takes is to skip one Mountain Dew and a little Debbie zebra cake from the gas station, just one day out of the month, man, and you cover what you would spend on that, gas station food that you get. Just one day out of the month, that covers your Patreon membership. So hop on board. Yeah, come along. It'll be a fun ride.
It keeps the lights on. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, keeps the light on.
Keeps them burning, baby. Keeps them burning.
And the software paid for. I mean, it helps us a tremendous amount. So seriously, y'all, thank you so much for all of our Row 60 patrons. Man, it's a blessing. And it's so fun, too, to get to meet all these people. Not even just patrons, but just anybody that listens to the show. Friends of the show, fellow dogs out there.
That's right.
It's just so exciting. I love meeting new people. And I know you can echo that.
Absolutely.
All right, Adam. We had a great day in Sanford this past Saturday. Elite football weather.
Yeah.
I mean, low 70s. It was one of those kind of days you could wear shorts, you could wear jeans. It really didn't matter.
That's right, man. It was good. It was nice and overcast. Like you said, a good breeze. You could feel it when you got up that Saturday morning. You poured your first cup of coffee. That you realize this is a football day right here. The good Lord intended this day for college football to be played, right?
Right.
And to go spectate it. So, well, you always get that. That's a blessing. You bow your head and you thank the good Lord for that. I mean, you thank the good Lord that you wake up every day, but especially those type of days that we were fortunate enough to get last Saturday, Clark, and hopefully a few more of them on the horizon. Love the month of October. Not a big Halloween advocate. Right. But I do love the month of October. Football really gets ramped up, pivotal games. That's when you get that fall weather, that shift, man. Deer season opens up, and just a lot of great things happen in the month of October. My favorite month out of the year is October.
Really?
So, yeah, cranking that thing up,
serious?
man. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah.
Dang. I mean, it's prime time fall college football. Yeah, I mean,
October
I agree
and
with
December. October, and it's the opening the gate to November. My favorite week out of the year is Thanksgiving week.
But your favorite month is October.
Probably so. Yeah,
Dang.
overall.
Okay.
I mean, you think about it. Huge football games, man, and just that weather shift into finally some colder weather, get all that hot 90-degree stuff. You know, I know sometimes you might have a 90-degree day here or there in October, but for the most part, that's ramping on down, right? They're turning the dial down on the weather.
I think my favorite months go December.
Yeah, December's a good one.
And you got Christmas,
obviously.
my birthday. You got the new year coming up, so that's all great.
Yeah.
And then November is my second favorite, and then October's my third.
Okay.
So it goes in
just
reverse
going backwards. Yeah. So
honestly, it probably goes in reverse the whole way to January. January is my least favorite month. Yeah. Well, February might be too.
I agree.
I don't know. At least January you got live college football, whereas February you're done.
That's true.
You got the NFL, but
that's true. Yeah, no, you're right. 100%, man. So
I don't know.
So enjoy it.
Yeah, enjoy this cooler weather. Oh, man, the leaves are starting to change around here. Starting to see some red and yellow in the trees. Love the color red in trees. I mean, my Japanese maples, they'll turn red throughout this time out in my yard. I love it. My gosh, it's just so pretty.
You know, Kelsey put on like a fall ambiance on the TV today.
Oh, man.
And, you know, I've seen the winter, like the Christmas ones, right? Where you're in a log cabin and snowing out the window and you got the Christmas lights. But I've never seen a fall one. So it had the leaves falling. It had like your apples that was just freshly picked from an orchard, right? That was sitting there in a book that was open with candles and a mocha latte, like sitting right there with a book open and everything, and just a lot of fall. It reminded me of something your wife Caitlin.
Just a basic white girl.
Basic white, and
all right,
too.
now let
but
me
especially, except my wife really doesn't read a book, so that was
okay. I got you. Let me ask you right quick: are you a big pumpkin spice fan?
No.
You don't like anything pumpkin related?
I'll eat the seeds out of a pumpkin. You know,
that's
like
fair.
if you carve old jack-o'-lantern up and pull the guts out of it and then get the seeds and you bake them. I'll do that, but no, I'm not getting a pumpkin spice latte or anything like that. I'm drinking black coffee, and that's just it, the way the good Lord intended it to be drank.
We were talking about this in Sunday school. We're getting off on a little tangent. That's okay. That's okay.
But that's okay. We got time.
Yeah. Anyway, we were going off on a little tangent this morning in Sunday school too. And we were talking about, I just brought up the question. We got on the topic of coffee, you know, and it just baffles me. Who came up with the idea to grind up these coffee beans, filter them, and pour them in water?
The Colombians.
Colombians, are you sure?
Sounds great.
What about the Ethiopians, Adam?
I don't know who won the Ethiopians. I can tell you that.
I don't know. Wait, we got to look this up at this point.
Who invented coffee?
Yeah, let's just say who invented coffee, sure. Who invented coffee? No single person invented coffee, but the discovery is often attributed to Kaldi, an Ethiopian goat herder.
No,
yes.
You're kidding me.
Ethiopia is like a huge coffee place.
I'll be dang. I didn't know that.
That's your third world country, Adam. You should have known that. That's your go-to quintessential third world country that you always use in all your examples.
Well, good.
Anyway.
Well, good. Good fun fact.
All this to say, hope you guys enjoyed this past Saturday. The weather and everything is getting better.
Yeah, that's roundabout way coming back.
Coming back to the atmosphere, too. I do want to shout out another person, Mr. Hunter Wyatt. Shout out to Hunter, man. He's been showing up to some games here recently. Anyway, he gave us a good 600 level report that he shared with not only us, but all the patrons.
Good.
We got to see a look at what the 600 level looked like. It was a ghost town up there.
Yeah.
The Greek life, the Greek sections up in the 300 levels as well, just totally empty.
Yeah,
right before the game.
Could have figured that. Could have figured that. You know, early start after the Alabama atmosphere, man. You knew it was going to be that way, and our fans have become spoiled. I'll just be honest. And it's something that you hate to see, but maybe get some wins, kind of get back on the right track, get further away from that Alabama game. The disappointment is how some of these fans view it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, definitely huge. Next home game is going to be absolutely huge. It's going to be a top 5 team coming into town, and at least it's going to be a 3:30 game or a night game. So,
yeah. I mean, look, I know I've criticized our fans before, but, I mean, this week, truly, I didn't feel like I really wanted to be there. I now listen.
Yeah,
there's a difference between wanting to be there. Let me clarify that. I obviously wanted to be there, but getting into the game, going every play, third down, like I'm just my voice can't do that. I'm too old for that. We gotta the students, that needs to be their job.
I'm too old for that. I can't do it
anymore.
I can't do it anymore. No, I mean, I agree. If somebody has something, especially after the disappointment, that feel like then that they just skipped out on this Saturday, and that's fine. That's fine. But I'm of the opinion, if I get the opportunity and the blessing to go to Sanford Stadium to watch Georgia play football, I'm going to do it because it's something that I've loved for so long, my whole life. And you just get so many few opportunities to go to Sanford, like to see Georgia play football, maybe 6 out of 365 days.
Yeah.
And you average that over your life span, how many times that is, over how many days do you know that you're fortunate enough and blessed enough to be on this earth to live. So every time that you get the opportunity to do it, if I could help it, I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
No matter what the state of Georgia football is, because I love it that much, right? And I love the people that I get to go with. I think that's the main thing. That's always been the staple of that, right? And the people that we get to sit beside in our row 60 Section 108 family. So, yes, I mean, it didn't matter if it was a big disappointment after a huge primetime loss in a noon game against the worst team in the conference. I'm going to still be there and enjoy it, and we had a ball.
Oh, yeah, we did. I would say if you're just asking, like, percentage-wise, what percentage was filled up, I would say about 85 to maybe 90. It did get there. Yeah. It did get there to some point. I mean, there were some sections that were a little bit more sparse, but the lower bowl and the 300 section, other than the Greek life, was pretty full, actually. So, yeah, I mean, I'm proud of our fans for showing back up, and you know, hopefully we got a little momentum. We got to show up against Ole Miss, no doubt about it.
That's right.
A huge game here in 2 weeks, but
game.
One game at a time.
Every
game.
That's the awesome thing, man. Is every game from now on is going to be absolutely huge. Yes, I know that's a cliche thing to say that every game when you play college football is big, but where the state of college football is right now and the talent level that's spread across the whole league, and I think it's going to be that way, that truly every game you could get beat. And, of course, any given Saturday, you could always say that year in, year out, but especially now where we're at in college football. So it's just going to be excited to buckle up and just enjoy the ride.
Right. Let's do it. All right. Weekly concession stands report. Moving on here. All right. I got 2 items that I want to review, and you got one?
I do.
Good. Good. Yeah. All right. I want to rattle mine off right quick, and I'm going to turn it over to you. All right. We had some boiled peanuts. Adam was not impressed by the boiled peanuts. I was really excited about finally breaking out and doing something new. Boiled peanuts is always a staple in colder games, I would say. I went at halftime. I got a cup, $5. I think it was a really good deal. But they just weren't salty enough, and I think part of the problem was they were creating so many boiled peanuts and divvying them out and selling them that I think what happened was that the peanuts I got, at least, were not in the pot long enough to sit there and boil and marinate and all the salt.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they just weren't salty enough. Kind of disappointed. Boiled peanuts, 4 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, Clark, too, and I feel this way as well with the boiled peanut. I have a theory about it.
Okay.
They're automatically not going to be that good in a commercial venue.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Like, they're best at a roadside stand.
Yes.
Or a high school football game, for instance. A local hometown high school football game.
Okay.
So, I think when you get them in a place like a college football stadium, even though you're going to enjoy eating them, right, they're not going to have that same just oomph, and that kind of
Right.
hits you like
Yeah,
it does if you just pull over a 4-way in the middle of rural Georgia, and you're like, man, that looks good. I'm going to get a big jumbo styrofoam cup of this man right here who is cooking me some boiled peanuts straight out of the pot right there.
Who's been there for a good 24 hours.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's what that's my feel
Interesting
about that. So.
My second thing I got, because I went back to get, I don't know, I just kind of splurged. Adam, I got a Grindhouse burger. Absolutely fantastic. I was so blown away by how good the Grindhouse burger is. I don't know if anybody's been to Grindhouse out there, but if you haven't, you need to go try it. It's really good in Athens, just right up the road from Cali and Tito's. But anyway, it was just as good as the burger you got in the actual restaurant. So very big fan of the Grindhouse burgers. 8.6 out of 10.
Yeah, eat beef. That's what I gotta say. Love it.
Okay.
Love a good hamburger. Love a steak. Love anything. Yeah. So
Yeah.
do it.
You just went against what Chick-fil-A says. They
Eat
say
chicken
eat
too.
chicken.
Eat meat.
Yeah,
Please, just
it's
eat
good
meat,
for you.
please.
Good protein.
In my opinion, anyway. But
So tell me
that's
about
neither
what
here nor
you
there.
got.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I hadn't got this year. I've been a big advocate of the glazed almonds and pecans that you get in the corridor there, and I caught a whiff as I went by. Great marketing right there. My nose lured me in, man, and I got a bag of the glazed pecans, and they were phenomenal. Good crunch to them, good savory taste, man,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed it. It was a delicacy. It was a delicacy to have on a nice breezy afternoon in Athens.
Did you just say savory taste for a pecan? You mean
Yeah.
sweet?
Yeah. Like a sweet. Yeah, I don't know. Savory just seemed like an appropriate word to use there.
I think savory is more. No, wait, there. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll go with it.
Well, yeah. So, got that, and it was good. That's the only concession that I got. I was going to get a Brewster's ice cream at about the middle of the third quarter, but that didn't happen. So,
Yeah.
missed out on that. And also, though, we got a report from Row 58 from the Harrell family. They brought a guest along with them in their seats. One of Emma Grace's friends, Claire, I believe was her name.
Uh-huh.
And you didn't think I remembered that, and I said I'm pretty sure her name is Claire. So we have to get confirmation on that. A sausage dog. What did she say? It was like an 8. It was good. I didn't even
8
know
out of
that
10.
there were sausage dogs available at Sanford Stadium. So we need to get either a report. Is that something new? Has that always been there, or what the deal is with that? Because I didn't lay eyes on it. I don't know, but
We're going to have to go venture to
Yeah,
the other
so-
side, the home side of the stadium, Adam, because
See,
we're so used to the Ways concession stands,
right,
which
there
are
might be
great.
some more offerings over there.
Oh, I know there are.
Oh,
Yeah,
are
there
there?
definitely are. Yeah.
Huh. So
Yeah.
okay, then
Need to go try it
Well,
out.
good. I mean, overall, good concession stand day in Sanford.
Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Really starting to get hot chocolate
Oh.
weather in Sanford.
Now,
when you
listen,
bring out the souvenir mug, you got to have that.
We have got to
Right.
petition for better hot chocolate. We can't do the Swiss Miss in warm hot water. Like that can't happen.
That's true.
If you're going to do it in milk at least. But
Yeah.
let's upgrade from the Swiss Miss. Let's get some, I don't know, let's find
They're gonna do that,
sweet
man.
old lady who's in her 70s who just knows hot chocolate. Let's get her in Sanford Stadium. Give her all the resources she needs.
with a ladle.
With a ladle. A ladle. Ladle. Yeah, a ladle.
Yeah, with a ladle.
She needs an apron that says Go Dogs on it.
Good. Yeah.
And she needs to just live, eat, breathe, drink hot chocolate. She needs
right.
to know hot chocolate.
I'm down for it, man. But can you imagine the ROI that they're getting from getting the Swiss milk packs
Oh,
and
my
then
gosh.
just selling them for $5 a pop? I mean, that's highway robbery. If you
It
ever
really
think of
is.
But man, when it's a frigid night game at Sanford Stadium, that hot chocolate, you got
But
to.
it's never been good.
You
That's
got
my
to pull
problem.
out. You got to pull out the $5 bill. But you got to have it, man. It's good.
But I would be, listen, I would be, and I know this sounds crazy, I would be willing to pay $10 for an actual respectable cup of hot chocolate. What? All right, let me ask you this. Hold up.
Yeah.
What if they started serving coffee in Sanford Stadium?
Oh yeah, I'm there.
You're there?
Of course, I'm there. I mean, yeah. Give me coffee. Give me some complimentary coffee. Sanford Stadium.
Complimentary?
coffee.
Okay.
No, I'm not gonna be a cheapskate. I'll pay for my coffee. Yeah, give me $5 coffee. I'll drink it.
That sounds pretty good. I'd probably indulge in that. All right, anyway, moving on here. Good concession stands day, though, sure enough.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
All right, next up is Clark's Fun Facts. Here we go. I got
Hit that jingle. Hadn't done that in a while.
Yeah. I've got 3 facts for us here. Nothing crazy, nothing, I don't know, earth-shattering. Kirby is 73-15 all time in day games.
Wow, what a statistic.
Yeah, I did not find that.
What a statistic.
That was not on my doing. I found that somewhere, I think on UGA Sports, something like that. But yeah, 73-15 all-time in day games. He is also 69-3 versus unranked opponents.
All right.
So yeah, we continue the
trend of
trend of beating unranked opponents. That's always a good thing. And then lastly here, the past 2 SEC games, Georgia has trailed at some point in the game. So think back to the Tennessee game, think back to obviously Alabama. But versus Kentucky, Adam, we did not trail at all.
Yeah.
It's kind of a nice change of pace, honestly.
It was, man. It was very, very good. I'm very pleased what I saw Saturday. I know some people out there aren't completely fulfilled with that performance, but my glass is half full with that.
Yeah, mine too.
So, that was good. See Georgia just march down the field, first offensive possession like that, and really just come out hot and end the game pretty well until they put their second strings in here later in the fourth quarter, man, and it was good day.
Yeah, I agree. Adam, like I said, it was good to get back in the win column. There was no pouting from this team. That's what I really wanted to see, was how they responded, how they answered the bell. Obviously got knocked down versus Alabama. Not a great feeling for anybody, fans included. Yeah. But I was very impressed with how he came out. And, we kind of set the tone early, finally.
Yeah.
Now, listen, I know a lot of people are shouting, Kentucky, though. Kentucky, they stink. They suck. They are the worst in the SEC, no doubt. But regardless of who your opponent is, you got to come out and you got to dominate these kinds of games. And I think Georgia was able to do that early on. I do think we had too many injuries for my liking. We should have said this last week, Adam. As soon as we started talking about this potentially being a family game, we should have asked for prayers for no injuries.
That's right.
And we didn't do it like we normally do.
We didn't. No, that's exactly right, man. The line getting banged up, it's a little bit worse.
Yeah, it is.
It's definitely a position group that all position groups you can't afford to just have a bunch of guys go down in, but especially the offensive line where we're at, a lot of young guys are going to have to step up, and I feel like a lot of young guys have done a great job stepping up into these positions, man. But if we keep losing guys, people keep going down, we're going to be playing some big time donor's son who's undersized, who's just on the team because daddy's a big donor.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's where we're going to get on the depth chart.
Right. I know.
And it's just good old walk-ons who've worked their tail off to get there, too.
Well, we've got two, as of right now, 2 freshmen at both tackles, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, man.
Especially moving forward. But, they got to step up, assuming that let's just talk about it now. Micah Morris got banged up. We saw Monroe Freeling, obviously, as well, and hate that for those 2 guys. Hopefully it's nothing serious. I'm sure we'll find out more probably sometime tomorrow.
Right.
In Kirby's presser on Monday. But as of right now, we don't know the status. And
I haven't been able to find the status.
And knowing
as
Kirby,
recording right now.
Yeah. And knowing Kirby, he's going to keep it under the wraps per usual. That's just good gamesmanship by him. And
gamesmanship.
Just playing a little 40 chess with Hugh Freeze. You can't release that information too early. But yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be that SEC injury report that you have to abide by unless you're Lane Kiffin, who doesn't. But no, I thought Bo Hewley did a great job coming in. I guess we'll get to this, man, at left tackle. And then, of course, we know who has the right side of the offensive line that I thought for the second week in a row has played pretty respectable. Mm-hmm. And especially we had a lot of concerns coming out of Knoxville in week 3 with that right side of the offensive line, man. And I feel like some guys have stepped up there. And I people are going to yell at me for this, but offensive line, even though we do have the injuries, if you can get healthy there, and these young guys keep getting better, and that's what we've talked about at the beginning of the season too, is these young guys getting more and more experience on all different positions on this football team, man. But especially these young guys with these lines getting live bullets for the first time, man. They get settled in and they start gelling. Could be a very special unit.
I agree.
And I know that's asinine to some people that think that just came out of my mouth, but that's one of my least concerns, unless the injuries just pile up, is the offensive line.
Yeah, and we said it all preseason. This season really does kind of hinge on the offensive line. And though they, like you said, though they have been banged up, I don't know. They've played well with all things considered, especially against, I would say, 2 pretty daggone good defensive lines in Alabama and then Tennessee. And Kentucky had a respectable one as well. So they're going to be tested this upcoming week versus Auburn for sure, especially on the road. You got to be able to communicate well. But I don't know. I like what we've got so far at offensive line. I think they're starting to gel a little bit. And, it's just the inexperience. Once you work that out, things start to come together.
Yeah, I mean, I think Dontrell Glover has been a heck of a surprise. My favorite surprise on the offensive line so far. I mean, I think a guy who in my opinion, from the fans' view, outside looking in, is somebody who came in well coached from his high school team and really ready to go. And I think he's been just the biggest just surprise to me of just how well he has done being plugged in there. And, of course, Gaston and those guys. And Bo Hewley, not a true freshman, but first really significant minutes he's got. And thought he's done well too. So, I mean, but got to have that veteran Michael Morris and Monroe Freeland back on there. Hope for the best for him and get them back, man. And Drew Bobo I think he didn't have his best game Saturday, but he's done well throughout the whole season at that center position and done very, very well. So very, very excited about this line going forward.
Mm-hmm. Gunner, I thought, looked pretty good. He went 15 for 23, 196 passing yards. He had one touchdown through the air, and then obviously the one bad interception there. I think he just tried to get a little too aggressive. I do think he had a better throw to Oscar. Better option. Oscar, I think it was on sort of a fade route there. It was one of those things kind of you act like you're blocking, then release.
Right on the sideline.
Yeah, I thought he had a better throw there. But, no, I mean, look, this is his first pick of the season,
Exactly, man. I was fine with that pick, pushing the ball downfield.
I mean, I wasn't fine with it, but, I mean, yeah.
I was fine with it.
It's okay. I mean,
I like to see him letting it rip a little bit.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Position. I mean, no, you can't make a habit out of it. But like you said, it was his first interception.
Right.
I like this. I'm like seeing the confidence that he's. To me, he's looking more comfortable, and you might disagree a little bit, but I think he's getting more comfortable going through his progressions. I'm not saying but getting more comfortable with it.
I think he's more comfortable in the pocket.
That's what I'm. Yes,
progressions. He's still got. I mean, every quarterback deals with this. It's not just Gunner Stockton, but I think. Yeah, there were some guys still left wide open. I remember London Humphreys being wide open in the end zone. I mean, I could have thrown my 86-year-old grandmother could have thrown that ball to him. But nonetheless, I mean, you're going to have those in every game. And I think that's something easily corrected in film when you start to look back at the film and see, hey, Gunner, you got to look at this. Next time we run this specific play, make sure you look downfield. But nonetheless, I think you're right, Adam. He's starting to develop some more confidence in the pocket.
Well, a lot of those routes that he was able to hit with those guys and plays, like I'm going to say it, Mike Bobo called another great game.
Oh, no, Adam. No way. Please, God, no. There's no way. I'm sorry. I'm just getting – I'm over the Mike Bobo hate.
I thought there was some stuff that was dialed up that was pretty good.
It was.
Pretty good Saturday.
And you can say, oh, Kentucky. It was just Kentucky.
It was an SEC opponent.
Yeah. Anyway, Gunner, though, he had, 196 yards through the air. He also had some big-time plays with his legs. 6 carries, 49 yards on the ground. He averaged 12.3 yards when he rushed the football. That's a first down every single time that he rushed football right there. 2 touchdowns on the ground. You got to love that, the ability to run with your quarterback. And there were several times, the protection broke down and he stepped up, didn't find anything he liked, and he took off. And that's what you want to see. And that right there, that's the kind of stuff that will travel to Opelika.
That's right.
Alabama.
That's right.
I
love it, man.
We got to have things like that. We got to be able to extend drives, and Gunner gives us that ability. Unlike the guy did last year that we had at quarterback, which I don't know.
He's doing good this year.
Pretty freaking good.
But sometimes you need to say good for him. Whatever.
Yeah.
Just doesn't work out. It's just weird sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm fired up about Gunner Stockton being an under center. And let me just go ahead and say this, man. I want the Ryan Puglisi being the starting quarterback talks to go to bed.
Me too.
And that's not a knock against him because I think he can be great, Clark. I mean, obviously, all the arm talent in the world, but I just don't think he's there yet with the playbook and just ready to command an offense right now. I mean, I feel like, if you get stoned to the fire, he's a good option to have. That the tools are there and everything, but I think just the experience that Gunner Stockton has in leadership right now is the guy, man. And I think he's proven that, but I just don't want to hear, in my opinion, any quarterback controversy talk. I mean, the last thing I feel like we need to be worried about going forward for Georgia is if Gunner Stockton can win football games, that's a starting quarterback. That's the least of what if you want to be concerned about stuff and you enjoy each week being concerned about specific position groups or sides of the football going into game week, then I just don't think it should be a quarterback right now.
Yep. Dylan Bell had a great game too. 4 receptions, 68 yards, 17 average. That's great too. I mean, a lot of explosive plays. He had a long of 33 yards. Just big time plays made by Dylan Bell this week. Finally, you got to love it for this kid, man. He's stuck around.
DGD.
Yeah.
I think of Dylan Bell, what he was asked to do in the 23 season when the whole running back room was just depleted. And he's just done what he's been asked to do, man.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a DGD in my book and can't wait to see what he does the rest of the year.
Yeah. Very versatile as well. 2 carries, 6 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground. So not only did he make some big catches, he also made some big carries. That's great. I love having him and his playmaking ability. He's one of those underrated guys. He always has flown under the radar. I really thought his sophomore year he would just break out, shock everybody. But, this year really, I love how we're using him. Mm-hmm. Like I said, he just flies under the radar. Colby Young seems to be getting the most attention out of this receiving room, and rightfully so. He's made some huge plays and big catches. But, yeah, Dylan Bell moving forward, I really like having him as an option to be able to do things like end arounds and jet sweeps and just use him as eye candy.
That's right.
He's fast. He's very quick, and thankfully he's starting to actually make those catches that last year he just seemed to drop,
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, but I'm glad he's starting to work it out there. Another thing that I kind of brought up to you mid-game, Adam, and one thing that nobody's really talking about, a lot of people brought it up last year. They kept harping on this. Our receivers just aren't getting separation. And I don't know if you can say that this year. I think our guys are getting much more open on these downfield routes. They're creating space. They're getting off these corners trying to jam or whatever at the line. Mm-hmm. We're faster. We're quicker. I don't know what it is, but we're getting more separation, and I really like that.
Yeah, I do too, man. Absolutely. Just a very talented wide receiver room, I feel like. And guys like you mentioned, Colby Young and Zachariah Branch, just special. He should just he should be on the field as much as you can. Put him on the field and give him as many touches as possible. Just continues just to be special with the football. And just London Humphreys out there as well. I think the big talking point right now is if you go out and you spend the big bucks on Noah Thomas and you haven't seen him implemented really. You see him just snaps here and there, but not implemented in the offensive game plan like a lot of people thought, what you heard coming out of camp, right, Clark? Mm-hmm. But I don't know if there's a nagging injury. I just don't know if other guys are just practice better or what getting more reps above him. But right now, he doesn't seem like he is an integral part of the game plan in the sense of being up there with where Colby Young is and everything.
Yeah. And the thing is, might not be yet, right?
Yeah, correct.
I mean, there's
stuff can change. This is a long season.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I mean, there's different ways you can scheme these guys in and out. And that might be what Mike Bobo's doing here. I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things like you got so many different weapons on the perimeter. One game it might be Dylan Bell, the other might be London Humphreys, the other it might be Colby Young, the other it might be Zachariah Branch. And that's kind of how it's been this season. If you go back, I mean, yes, Zachariah Branch has been the majority of the receptions and everything this year, the yards and the receiving room. But if you kind of look at it from a full perspective here, the past 5 games, the ball has been spread out to a lot of different targets. And another room we haven't seen a whole lot just get a ton of targets is the tight end room. That's something that's going to come.
Yeah, Oscar Delp, man.
Yeah,
he had a great touchdown reception. I mean, he put on the Jets there.
Yeah. Oh, no, he got tackled right there.
He got tackled right at the one. Yeah. 1 or 2. I forgot about that. That's right. Excuse me. But, no, I was very impressed, though, with the yards after catch that he had as far as being able to outrun the third level in the sense of really getting down there by the goal line. That was good, man, and something, I think a lot of people wanted to see and excited to see where they're used more as well and in the upcoming weeks.
Yeah. One guy I want to shout out here. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Right, I'm still talking about tight ends, man. Elias Williams.
Yes.
Of course, we lost Ethan Barbar. A lot of people might forget about Barbour. The Austin Peay game? right before the half of the Austin Peay game.
Yeah.
Right. And he from the first snap of the season, he was implementing a lot, a talented freshman there. And the other one we heard about was Elias Williams, man. And he was able to come in the second half, and he looked very impressive.
Yeah.
And he caught, I think he had a couple of receptions as well.
He had 3 receptions, 48 yards. They had a long of 27. So
I just saw that. No,
yeah.
know you had that down there. But yeah, so I mean, he looks very impressive out there from a physical standpoint, and a guy that I think as the season progresses, you're going to see him be implemented more in some big spots. So, I mean, just a ton of weapons on the offense side of football.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the beauty of it. Another room with a lot of weapons in it. I think, honestly, the best unit so far on this team, it'd be hard to argue, our running back room, Adam. Absolutely amazing. I've been impressed thoroughly the past few weeks, especially. Chauncey Bowens, man, just continues to light it up on the ground. And he's not putting up these earth-shattering numbers, but, man, 15 carries for 70 yards, 4.7 average, a long of 19. Like, that's some pretty good stat line for being at Georgia right there. You know, those are some very hard-earned runs against a respectable Kentucky defense and defensive front. So, man, I love Chauncey. He runs hard. I think he's our best back.
Oh, without doubt. And that's attributed, man, to his work ethic. In the spring, he was buried in the depth chart, it seemed, and then you heard some buzz in fall camp. But, all throughout spring and and going in the fall camp, you heard a lot about Bo Walker. This true freshman was going to come in, and right now, he hadn't had the significant amount of touches and impact at this point of the season that we heard that he was going to have. That you kind of people thought a little bit in fall camp, but there was a buzz about Chauncey Bowens in fall camp, man, and I think I agree he's the best back. Love watching him run the football. I think you got to give some credit to Josh Crawford, a guy who I think last year took a lot of heat. Replacing Dale McGee, and I think that room is I think if Frazier, man, I still love Nate Frazier, love his attitude, love his love for the University of Georgia, not ready to give up on that kid, man. If he could hold on to the football, secure the football, I think Bowens and Frazier could be the best 1-2 punch we've had in the running back room since James Cook and Zamir White.
Agreed.
In 21.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad to see Frazier getting some touches. He had 7 carries for 34 yards, so yeah, it's just a fumble thing. You get rid of that, you start holding on to the ball more. I mean, he makes great runs. He really does. I would say Chauncey is a little bit better at being patient, letting the holes open up. Frazier, though, does have that quick, just get downfield kind of. He can make you miss, if he gets into open space kind of a guy.
And we saw that Saturday where we got the ball to him a couple of times, dumping it out to him in the flats in the passing game where he got some space and was able to get some good yardage that way, man. So different ways you can implement him as well. And but I think you got to have both of them going forward to get where we want to get. But I've been very fired up about how well we have ran the football here the past few weeks, and just to me felt like we haven't seen the explosive plays that we've seen on the ground here the past few weeks and in a couple of years in Athens. We didn't see it last year for sure.
No, it's been quite some time. Yeah, you're right. We've also seen some big explosive plays through the air, and this is kind of the last note, and then we'll move on to the defense.
Okay.
5 receivers with at least one 15-plus yard catch.
Wow.
That's awesome, man. Spreading the ball out, getting some guys involved on the perimeter. I love that. Making big explosive plays. That's hard. That's demoralizing for any defense. I mean, you look back to last week when we played Alabama. They had, good gosh, I don't know how many explosive plays against us, but those are so demoralizing. And when you can do that as an offense, it just makes winning these games a little bit easier.
Yeah.
When you get those big chunk plays. So glad to see that.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's still going to be the critics out there, people on the message boards who are not a fan of the quarterback or off. But to me, and call me an idiot if you must, but I'm very excited about where the offense is right now, 5 games in to the football season.
Adam, you're too much of a Disney dog.
Too much of a Disney dog. Call me that, whatever. But I like where the offense is and the potential of it, and to keep growing.
Yeah.
That's the big thing, man, is guys that are just gonna get better. And that's what people have got to realize in college football now. Yes, it sucks losing to Alabama. Hate losing to Alabama. But where we're at is you have just got to have Lady Luck smile down on you, and you got to be healthy and get hot in late November and December. So the regular season, just give yourself a chance to be in the dance, man, and special things can happen. And this team's going to continue to get better and better and better. And I know, like you said, Clark, the Disney dog talk, asinine talk right now. This season, you should just go ahead and just be done with it. And yes, about every game's going to be tough any given Saturday, but watch out for this team in November.
Yeah.
It's just progressing every week.
It's funny. Yeah, I use Disney dog there sarcastically. We've been called Disney dogs the past couple weeks, and I find that just it's like whatever. I don't care if my thing is, what else are we supposed to do? Just be Debbie Downers? We're 4-1. We've won 2 national championships this decade.
Blue chip roster.
Like. Sorry for being optimistic about our team. It's really freaking good.
Champions.
Defending SEC champions in a down year.
Down year. Yep.
Like, people, man, they are so negative. I'm not calling out anybody specifically. There's only a very few people who are this level calling us Disney. I mean, what are we talking about?
But people, though, Clark, want to say, what if we, stuff happened last year, we lose a couple games, we wouldn't be SEC champions. You're not just going to dominate people anymore. The days of 2021 or 2022 are over. And football is a game to win a championship. And since the beginning of the time, it has been this way, Clark. Even in 1980, the national championship team in 1980, you got to have luck to win championships, too.
You do.
And every coach in America will tell you that as well. Yes, you got to put in the hard work. Yes, you got to have talent. But also mixed and sprinkled in that during the season, if you go back and you watch national championship football teams, even Nick Saban's Alabama teams that dominated, there's some luck sprinkled in there, too.
And good teams, championship teams, they create their own luck.
Exactly. Good point.
They give themselves opportunity. They give themselves opportunities to win over these lucky moments.
Good point.
And that's part of it. I totally agree. So, yeah, I mean, what is the saying? You'd rather be lucky than good.
That's right. That's through the injury front. That's through the way the ball bounces. I mean, weird thing. That's why you love college football, is because you never know what kind of weird stuff will happen in these environments on the road, at home, and neutral site games, man. And that's why we're obsessed with it. And now there's going to be more so and more than ever every week.
Yep.
Give me that.
Mm-hmm. Let's just hope we are the lucky ones.
Oh, I mean, every week's going to be huge. Mm-hmm. Huge. You could lose all these games. You can make an argument, but also you can see where Georgia can win every one of them going forward. So,
all right, let's talk about Georgia's defense here versus Kentucky. Adam, we finally got a fumble recovery, the first one of the season. Kirby, I don't know if you saw this. He said in his post-game presser, he said that they spent 45 minutes in practice this past week addressing creating turnovers. He also was saying how 45 minutes to you media guys, that's nothing. But to us and our football team in practice, 45 minutes, that's a big point of emphasis. And so I'm glad that Kirby's addressing this. This is something that we really haven't seen much of this season, is winning and creating turnovers for ourselves. It paid off. We got a great fumble recovery. I think it was C.J. Allen might have been the one to recover it.
I think. Well, he put on the Savage pads.
I thought he stripped out the ball too.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
I hadn't got to watch the replay yet. I don't know. Somebody in the comments will definitely let us know. But yeah, that was good to see, man, especially going back and needing to get more havoc, a term that Kirby used a few years ago, is defense creating havoc, and being able to get turnovers like that, getting a fumble recovered. Going to need some to win these games in a couple weeks on the road in Jordan-Hare Stadium, man, and still possession here or there. And, that was good to see.
Mm-hmm. We held Kentucky to just 270 yards. That's combined right there. 45 rushing yards, 225 passing yards on 41 attempts. So, through the air, Kentucky's been pretty terrible this year.
I think they averaged 179 a game.
Right. They averaged 179, and they got 225 this game. So a little bit above average for them. But that, once again, is in 41 attempts. That's a lot of passing right there. They tried running the ball. They just could not get anything going on the ground. Once again, held them to 45 rushing yards. Anytime you can hold an opponent to less than 50 rushing yards, it's pretty good.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And especially if that's their main source of offense as well, which it has historically been under Mark Stoops for Kentucky, is running the ball. We're able to stop that. I really like that. We were also much better on third downs, Adam. Kentucky only converted 3 out of 11. So much different story than last week against Alabama, where they seemingly converted every single third down.
Obviously, that was the tale of the game. When you look back and 10 more years and think about that 2025 Georgia-Alabama game, it's going to be the tale of not being able to get Alabama, the defense off the field on third downs.
Yeah, so. A lot better this week. I think the Beatty? No, not Beatty. What was
Bowley.
Bowley kid. We got him a little flustered in the pocket. I don't know though. He looked pretty good. He looked much better than I expected him to. But we did start seeing some pressure on him later in the game, and I really like that. We had 2 sacks. Finally, we got a couple of sacks. Nothing crazy, but we're getting home.
Yeah. I mean, definitely want to see more pressure. Everybody does, of course. Definitely, there were some times where Kentucky didn't hit, but he had all day to throw the ball, and it was something. As the season progresses, you definitely want to see more pressure, more. That's going to be the talking points and everything. But overall, man, to hold them for your first string defense to 7 points, I was pleased with that. Definitely a concern in other games and opponents coming up and better offenses that we'll be facing in this league. But I'm just taking the approach. Let's see if our defense continues to improve as well weekly, and it's definitely something that there's going to be some games coming up. You're probably going to have to win some shootouts and something you didn't see coming into the year. But I'm excited to see though if some guys get swapped around in this defense and more guys get some more snaps and everything. So I do have something interesting, Clark. Whenever you get done with that, just let me know. Keep going through your notes and then
go ahead.
My boy Busky, who calls in the call-in shows, man. He broke down the snap totals again.
Okay,
and an interesting development we've had here. Let me get to it right here. Let's see. Where's that? Okay. He is right here on the defensive backs. Ellis Robinson and Dalen Everett played the most at 42. DeMello Jones, cornerback we talked about last week, at 39. And KJ Bolton, 37. Adrian Maddox at 30. Zion Branch, 27. Kyron Jones, 26. Ja'Cory Thomas, 24. Jaden Harris, 23. Dominic Kelly, a young cornerback man who I thought, yes, he had a pass interference call. And I think he had defensive holding, but I thought it looked very natural out there. I was surprised with him when he came in later in the game with that second-string defense. But look out for Adrian Maddox possibly getting some more reps at that safety spot opposite of Bolden. I don't know if as he gets more acclimated with the playbook and they make a switch there. Also, man, some complaints, in my personal opinion, is Chris Cole only had how many snaps, you think?
I don't know. 15?
Yeah, 18.
18?
18 snaps.
Yeah.
I thought so. I think you need to get him more snaps, man. But Justin Williams had 32.
Yeah.
Number 19 needs to be on the field more.
He does.
I mean, I feel like his sideline speed is a little bit quicker, but I would like to see him on the field in more early down situations. I mean, nothing against C.J. Allen and Traylon Wilson, but he was a 5-star for a reason, and I think he's a leader out there as well in a loaded inside linebacker room. But I really like seeing number 19 out there, and I think we'll see him in more playing time as the season progresses.
He had 6 total. He had 6 total tackles, 4 solo, and then 1 tackle for loss. So, yeah, I mean, he was kind of all over the place in a good way, all over the place on the field, making tackles in the backfield.
Yeah.
That 1 tackle for loss, I think it was towards the fourth quarter. Man, that was a very impressive play. I looked at you like, man, this kid's. I mean, obviously he's a stud. Like you said, he's a 5-star recruit. But, yeah, we got to get him on the field more. I think Chris Cole needs to be on the field more.
Got to figure out how, we were talking about this in the text message group, is got to figure out where we want to play Chris Cole at. Yeah. Where do you want to have him, kind of almost what our coaching staff struggled with, I feel like, in the early Jalen Walker days a little bit. And he needed to be on the field more. Jalen did at that point in time. And I think Chris Cole is a guy, again, I think he's very valuable at that inside linebacker spot too as well. So, yeah. So I'm excited to see what changes and if this defense just continues to progress. So I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer on.
Me neither. I think the tackling looked a lot better this week, specifically. Adam, one more thing too. No more Daniel Harris, man. We haven't seen Daniel Harris since Tennessee. Do you think there's something to that? What's your opinion? What's your take on it?
Man, I was high on Daniel Harris early on, when he came to Athens, just because, you looked at him and G-Day and everything. Just if you wanted to create a cornerback in a lab, it was Daniel Harris, what he looked like. And I'm definitely not going to just bash on the kid, but it seems like that Tennessee game, there was some either body language, some stuff said, attitude stuff with obviously had the long touchdown that was thrown on him in the second half that kind of re-sparked Tennessee there. later in the third quarter, I believe it was, that just very bad misplayed ball. And it just seemed like since that game in Knoxville, man, we hadn't really seen him have just a lot of significant snaps. So I don't know, but he played special teams Saturday. So that kind of, we were talking, kind of blew our theory of maybe he might have a nagging injury, and he still might, that allows him that he can play on punt team and whatnot, but he is limited at taking reps at cornerback. But it just seems like there's something more to that being in the doghouse. And again, from fans just outside looking in. Yeah. But definitely looks like that Ellis Robinson is getting more reps. And I thought Ellis Robinson looked a whole lot better as far as his play from the Alabama game against Kentucky. So hopefully that's another kid that's really getting a sophomore, getting more significant minutes. That the more game experience he gets, more coaching opportunities he gets, man, needs to bulk up a little bit. But a special talent there that we've heard about, and kind of had a rough start of the year. But a guy that you hope really can continue just to get better and end of the year really be comfortable at that second cornerback spot opposite of Everett. I think that's going to be the guy. And DeMelo Jones for a second week in a row is getting some more snaps, and I like him, man. I like what he could do when you throw him 15 in the game.
For sure. We're going to need them to show up for sure against Auburn, and I think they will. They'll answer the bell. Hopefully, got to get some pressure. Got to get to the quarterback this week. If you can't get to the quarterback on Auburn's offensive line, we got some troubles. But we're going to save that talk for our next episode this week on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, Georgia's defense, though, against Kentucky, I thought did really well. To your point, they only gave up one touchdown against the first string. I think had we left the first string in there, we would have just held them to 7. But, man, I think the days of just, like, repeatedly shutting out, dominating opponents, and just giving them a goose egg at the end of the game, those days – doing that consistently, those days are over. Yeah, we're not going to see that 2021. I think that's kind of everybody's expectations with Georgia's defense still. That 2021, 2022 teams shutting out all these SEC opponents, even ranked SEC opponents, shutting them out. I don't know if that's going to happen much anymore. I mean, it might, but the depth is just not there anymore. And that's okay. We just got to transition. We got to move on to this new era of college football and just this new era of Kirby Smart's defense. It looks differently. We need to readjust our expectations. And, hey, I mean, once again, 45 rushing yards, that's really, really good on a team that primarily rushes the ball. So, all in all, I thought it was a pretty good day from our defense, and we need them to have another big day this upcoming week.
I mean, the next 2 weeks are going to be 2 big tests. I mean, I know Auburn's lost 2 games, but they played against 2 very good defenses. In Texas A&M and Oklahoma, of course. It's going to be big to really defense bring their A game in Jordan-Hare Stadium, and then, of course, when Ole Miss comes to Athens, man. So, I don't know. I think we're going to learn a lot, even more so the next 2 weeks, and can't wait to see it.
Yeah. All right, Georgia Special Teams. Brett Thorson, just another legendary punt. 60-yarder that was down at the one thing of beauty, man. I'll tell you another thing. Kentucky's punter kicked the 2 highest punts I've ever seen, the biggest amount of hang time I have ever seen in Sanford Stadium.
Yeah.
I think if he were aiming towards the 600 level, he could have got it up to the 600 level.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think the thing was ever going to come down.
I know. Golly. But anyway, Brett, though, what a great weapon to have. Need him continuing. Just to boot these to the other side of the field and downing them. I love the effort from London Humphreys, too, on special teams, man. Getting down there, swatting that ball out of bounds to pin them deep in their own territory. Love that. Love the hustle. Cash Jones made a good play as well.
Yeah, he did.
I think it was on a
kickoff. It was a kickoff, yeah.
Yep. I know that kid's caught a lot of flack here the past 2 weeks. I love Cash Jones. I think he's a great player, not only on special teams, but on offense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, Kirby said it. He said he's a playmaker. So if you don't think he is, which a lot of people allegedly don't, then go listen to Kirby Smart. If you want to argue with Kirby Smart, by all means, go do it, I guess.
Well, I guess there's a narrative that you can't be a good running back if you're not just gaining just massive amount of yards off handoffs. You can't be a good running back if you're not doing well in pass blocking or if you're not catching balls out of the backfield and creating some positive plays with that. So, no, I think Cash Jones has been awesome asset for this team the past few years. And, good on him.
I'll tell you another thing that's kind of interesting. I didn't really think of this, but Peyton Woodring, he has not even attempted a field goal in the last 2 games. Kind of weird.
Yeah, that is interesting. Obviously, there were some situations where he could have the past 2 games, but I'm not worried about that in the sense of just, man, he's gotten so dialed in now. Maybe if it was 2 years ago, his freshman year, I'd be a little bit worried. Like, man, he needs some more just real live reps out there. But he's been so solid here recently, man. And knock on wood, Kyle. Yeah, that was the Death Star right there, wasn't it? For saying that. But no, one thing I'm not going to worry about on this football team is our specialists, our place kicker, and our punter.
Yeah, elite, baby, elite. Adam, last note I have about this Kentucky game, you were talking about how there's just been some criticism after this kind of game and whatever. If you want to talk and criticize, that's fine, whatever. I'm not going to do it. I don't think you're going to do it. You don't care to. We won the game. Great. Let's move on. But I just think it's hypocritical to downplay the wins over these kinds of teams. But in the same breath, you're going to blow out of proportion the bad performances or the not so good performances against the other bad teams that we played, the Austin Peays and the Marshalls. People freak out about those games. They still win them. They freak out about them. But then when we actually play pretty good and win against not a great Kentucky team, but win, they're going to complain about that too. It's just both sides of the spectrum. People just can't give it up. And it just, I don't know. I'm honestly, I'll just shoot everybody straight here. I'm getting sick and tired of these so-called Georgia football quote-unquote fans, and I'm not speaking specifically to anybody who's listening to this. I'm just saying there are people out there that exist
on
the message boards, on Facebook, on Instagram. They just cannot be just happy about a win of any sort.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. It just makes me sad because there was a point in Georgia football history before Kirby Smart ever got to Athens where you would have loved to have been where we're at right now as a program.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you would have died to be a 2-time national champion.
Defending SEC
champion. My gosh, man.
The first year that we had 16 teams with Oklahoma and Texas coming in, you win the league and you're in position.
And that's not being complacent, people. That's just being grateful.
Exactly. And I mean, I'll say it. Okay. And y'all can come on if it does happen. Hopefully it doesn't. But yes, there's a realistic possibility Georgia can lose 2 more games this year. Heck, they could lose 3 more games this year. They could be 8-4, or they could be 11-1. Clark, I don't know what's going to happen. That's the beauty of it. I mean, you can look at every single game on the schedule, and then factor in injuries, where they're at on the schedule, and yeah, it could definitely be a Georgia loss. And if you want to come in, and I think what frustrates me is the people who love being negative about it and then almost get fulfillment out of Georgia losing a football game to say they were right about Gunner Stockton. They were right about Mike Bobo. They were right about this defense, man. And instead of in just the losses, man, it's unfortunate. Talk about it, whatever. On the next one, get fired up. Because to me, I've got to the point in life where I'm overexcited and just celebrate Georgia wins. Love that. But the losses, man, I'm not just going to get just in a depression about it because I just choose to be more of a glass half full and type of deal. And I don't know. I just at this point in time with the roster, the talent that Georgia has, all they have to do, I feel like, is continue to let these young guys grow up, get lucky on the injury front, and get hot at the right time. And that's what it's about. And Georgia is in that category of teams that are lucky on the injury front and get hot at the right time in late November and December that they could go far in the playoffs and potentially win a national championship. I know people can't see that now. That's crazy. But the reason I say that is because you have recruited and brought in players that are able to do that, man. No, they don't look like the best team in the nation right now. But just that's where college football is, that there's a 10 teams or so that can get hot at the right time with the talent they have that can win a championship. And Georgia's still there, but you got to take care of your business in the regular season, and we'll see if they do that. But I'm still on that bandwagon that they will be able to do that and put themselves in position to go to the playoffs, and let's see what happens.
Yep.
But that's all I got.
Well,
rambling.
I like it. Speaking of 10 teams, Adam, let's talk about the AP poll. We got a new one. Last week, Georgia was not in the top 10. 2 weeks ago, they were, and before that, they were. Last week, we were not in the top 10. This week, though, I'm pleased to announce we are back in the almighty AP polls top 10.
And that's just what you want, to be in the AP poll top 10, because AP poll is just such a meaningful deal. Just geniuses putting you there.
Oh, for sure. Number 1, Ohio State. They remain there. I think they are a great team. They really are. I know a lot of people aren't watching them, but their defense is insane.
Yeah. And great receiving core, of course.
For sure. Number 2, I think the second best team, no doubt. They definitely got this right. Miami, man, they have played really, really good. I think they have the best resume. Now, what they do from here is going to be really interesting because their schedule looks a whole lot less competitive. I might not should say that word. I mean, there will be some interesting games. There are going to be some trap games left on Miami's schedule, but they are certainly going to be favored in nearly every single one of them, if not all of them. They've looked really good. Number 3, we got Oregon. 4, Ole Miss. We get a top 5 Ole Miss
coming into Athens, baby. Nothing better. Take care of business next week. It'll be a huge game.
Number 5, we got Texas A&M. 6, Oklahoma. 7, Indiana. What have they done? What
they have probably might have the most impressive win of the year
over Illinois.
Arguably. I know
how
that
good
sounds
is Illinois?
Crazy. They're decent, man.
Yeah,
it's not. They absolutely just.
They did steamroll them.
Steamrolled I would say, a legit top 25 team.
Okay.
I mean, maybe not the best one, but I think with what they did against that, we're going to find out a lot about Indiana this upcoming week. They're playing Oregon in Eugene, right?
Yeah.
So, but I think right now, that's fine. I'm all right with them.
All right.
There.
At number 8, we have Alabama after a big win over Vandy. And number 9, Texas Tech. And then at 10, your Georgia Bulldogs. So
there we go.
Back in the top 10. Just got to hang up in that area, that 1 to 12 range for the rest of the season, and we're in, baby. That's really all that matters at this point.
That's it.
Is just winning. And I mean, obviously, to be in that top 12, you just got to keep winning. You're right. I think Georgia realistically has one more mulligan to spare. If you lose 3 games, that's when things get really dicey.
Yeah. And I'm not saying specifically Georgia, but you could see somewhere in college football a 3-loss team gets in this year, possibly with the way it's shaping up, or maybe not. But I'm with you, Clark. I think with this schedule that we have, you can have one more mulligan and get an at-large bid. But hopefully we can just go 11-1 and not have to worry about that. But realistically,
we go 11-1. We're in Atlanta.
Oh, absolutely.
And I mean, at that point, you're definitely in. I think, in my mind.
Oh, of course.
Penn State and Texas. Notice that we did not even bring them up. They're not even in the top 25 of the AP poll, which is really funny. Both of those teams were what? Were they 1 and 2? No, Texas was number 2, right? 2 and 3.
I think Texas was preseason number 1.
Were they?
The season.
That is
right.
They're
1 and 3.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah. Penn State was 3. Ohio State was 2. Texas was 1.
So your preseason top 1 and 3 already, and we're in week 7. We're about to go in week 7. They're out of the top 25. Is college football not amazing?
It's beautiful, man. I mean, I imagine the fans in Austin, Texas, right now. I mean, just and then the ones in State College, Pennsylvania, who have had James Franklin for 11, 12 years now. And really, in 2016, they won a Big Ten championship. But outside of that, I mean, it's like won 4 games against ranked opponents.
That's terrible. Kirby Smart does that in one season.
So, I mean, just can imagine the meltdown those fan bases are having.
Yeah, Texas. That was one of my notes here. This is Texas' worst nightmare is what I said. Oklahoma, Texas Tech, and A&M are all 3 in the top 10.
I didn't realize that. That's good. That's good.
I mean, that's nightmare fuel right there if you're a Texas fan.
Yeah. Texas, Red River Shootout this upcoming week.
Yeah.
In Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Texas gets back on the horse and they pop Oklahoma, man.
It could happen.
And number 6, Oklahoma. I don't know if John Mateer's playing or not. I don't think he is, but he might. I don't know how his hand, the healing process is on that, but I guess we'll hear later on in the week about that. But that'll be a fun one to watch. And chaos there if Texas beats Oklahoma.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's talk about last week's games. We had some good ones here. First of all, let me give you the updated standings here.
Right.
I love to update you guys when I'm on top.
Oh, okay, yes, I see that.
Now, it will be interesting, Adam, if you take a lead in this.
Okay.
And
are these updated?
Not to catch up. Yes, these are updated.
Okay, all right.
I went undefeated. You went 3-1 last week, so that puts us at 23-8. That's my record, and your record so far is 19-12. So
dropped another.
Dropped
game.
a game. Yep.
Well, I picked Texas. Didn't
You
I?
picked Texas.
That's
I picked
right.
Florida. So let's start with that one. Texas at Florida. Florida gets it done, man. 29-21. Wow. The lights kind of came on for this Florida offense, and they were able to move the ball on Texas.
They did. Respectable Texas defense that you thought coming in, right? So
I mean, one of the best rosters in football. And I mean, Florida, man, of course, they're going to start getting hot right before a few weeks out from Jacksonville, of course.
Yeah, that'll be a fun team to keep an eye on the next few weeks and see if they can replicate that, see if they can replicate it outside the swamp, tough place to play, and see if Billy can kind of do what he did last year, the back half of the season.
Yeah. Man, they win just enough. Billy wins just enough. He has one key marquee game every year.
Him a little bit.
Catapults him, secures his job for maybe just a little bit longer. As long as he keeps losing to the University of Georgia, I'm care.
Fine with it. Keep him there. Absolutely.
Lifetime contract. Oh, man. But, yeah, I mean, good on Florida. If that's never mind. No, actually, no, not good on Florida.
Not good on Florida.
But it was funny seeing Texas lose, no doubt.
No, it was. It was.
Another game we had on our slate, Vanderbilt at Alabama. Alabama wins 30-14. Score was a little deceiving here because it was a much closer game. I think Alabama got a late touchdown.
They did.
At the very, very end. Man, Vandy looked impressive there for a half.
Yeah, they did. I'm very impressed with Vanderbilt's coaching staff. What they're able to get out of what the talent that they got is incredible. Tim Beck, great offensive coordinator there. Of course, everybody knows Diego Pavia, and definitely was humbled a little bit in Tuscaloosa, but nothing to be ashamed of if you're a Vanderbilt fan. After upsetting them last year, having a target on your back coming into Tuscaloosa, DeBoer really wasn't wanting that to happen again, losing at home to Vanderbilt, and he continues to stay undefeated at home, DeBoer does. So it was a good win for Alabama. Ty Simpson, again, continues to look impressive, and, I seeing what Alabama continues to do throughout the year will be interesting.
I was so ready to make this post. I was going to say, Georgia has an Alabama problem. Alabama has a Vanderbilt problem. Vanderbilt has a Tennessee problem, and Tennessee has a Georgia problem. I was so ready, and it was going to be this circle, like the cycle.
Yes.
And I was going to have the team's logo. It would have gone viral. But Vandy did not do their part and beat Alabama. So
no, they did.
Dadgummit. That was going to be great. Anyway. Another game we had, Texas Tech at Houston. Didn't watch much of this one, Adam. Texas Tech, the Red Raiders. Red Raiders.
Red Raiders, man. Joey McGuire just going and taking care of business in Houston.
Yeah.
Beating Willie Fritz and the guys. Big conference win. In-state win right there in the new Big 12 look that they're now conference foes. Texas Tech, I think obviously you're looking at them as the Big 12 representative in the playoff right now. But they got to stay focused, Clark. They can't get ahead of themselves. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of trap games. I mean, you never know what can happen in the Big 12. What happens when you go to – I think they got Arizona State coming up here soon. Going to be a big marquee game in the Big 12, right? So, I just really hope Joey McGuire really keeps his guys head down and working hard and humble. And if they stay humble, then there's going to be playoff football in Lubbock, Texas. Is
Joey McGuire kind of a lunch pail kind of guy?
Yeah, I'd say so. Big Texas high school guy. Okay. He got his roots coaching high school in Texas, right?
All right.
Loves the state of Texas, right?
Yeah.
I think he's fit for the Lubbock culture. And I think, man, that they're investing in that program, and I hope they win the Big 12, but they got to stay humble. A lot of football left to play. And they're a lot of rat poison to be ate, but hopefully Joey's got those guys with the right mindset.
You think he's kind of a last out of the building kind of a guy?
Oh, absolutely.
Turns off the lights.
Yeah, turns off the lights. His truck is the last one to leave the parking lot at the building. So, Joey McGuire, football. He's a football
guy. Yes. We had all the cliches right there. Adam, I got to ask you about this. Since you're such a raving Texas Tech Red Raider, what is your opinion on the tortillas in the middle of the game? Have you ever seen that?
Yeah. I think I have seen that.
The fans, they'll toss out these tortillas, these like white corn tortillas out onto the field. What's the deal with that? Do you like it? Do you not?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I like anything they do over there in Lubbock because I feel like they get overlooked by obviously Texas, by the Colton A&M over there around in College Station. And you go out in West Texas and Lubbock over there. Who wants to go to Lubbock, Texas? But a lot of good old boys and girls over there in West Texas and that community, man. So I think I like them because they just get overshadowed by the other big dogs, and even Baylor and TCU, SMU, right? And the alumni base said, no, we're going to invest, man. This is our time to overtake them. And they're using their resource and what the game's become to make them a prominent program. And they've been good in baseball and everything for a little bit, and decent basketball, but more so.
The way that you're talking about them kind of concerns me. If Georgia were to square up with Texas Tech in the playoff, It sounds like you would be like split. You wouldn't know who to pull for, Adam. I'm just kidding.
Obviously, but I respect the program and like the culture.
I'm just kidding.
But if Georgia does not make the playoffs and Texas Tech, obviously I'll pull for Texas Tech.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I would too. And the only thing that's holding me back from getting behind them is Under Armour. Why? God, we got so much money. Go get a deal with Nike or even Adidas.
Oh, Under Armour.
I don't know.
I love Under Armour. Give me Under Armour over Nike any day of the week.
Wait, you're telling me if Georgia switched to Under Armour, you would be happier?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. Without a doubt. I like Under Armour shirts better. I like the company Under Armour better.
That's fair.
And, yeah.
I don't know. Nike stuff just looks clean. I mean, I know it's probably made in a sweatshop out in China. Actually, I know it is made in a sweatshop out in China. But, man, it just looks really good. But, yeah, I agree. Under Armour as a company, I'm on board with you there. But the apparel, especially the cleats, Nike cleats are
I agree, superior. Man. Probably for the betterment of the program and the equipment, you need to stay with Nike. And obviously, I'm going to wear a Georgia Nike shirt. I got a ton of it in my closet up there. Every game day polo I have is a Nike Georgia coaches polo, right? Yep. And I had that for many years. So, no, I hope they stay with Nike. But as far as just, I'm not going to Nike and getting a generic swoosh T-shirt. Okay. I'm going to Under Armour and getting a UA just generic red and black T-shirt. So.
Adam, I've got a bunch of Nike polos at home.
Well, good.
I also have a lot of Peach State Pride.
Absolutely. Peach State Pride. Absolutely. Yes, I have as well, man. These hats, Peach State Pride hats, just fit so good. Go visit our friends at peachstatepride.com. See what they're about over there. Clark, at church this morning, you were wearing a very nice looking Peach State Pride
brand new
collar shirt, man. So, yeah, I mean, absolutely a staple. And game day attire have been for years now. Georgia grown right there. Go check out peachstatepride.com.
Yeah, love those folks. All right, Adam, moving on here. Miami at FSU. Interesting game here. Miami 28, Florida State 22. I will say this right quick. I was very, very impressed with how Florida State fought back. If you watch till the end, I mean, they had a shot.
They did.
And, Miami, man, they look really impressive through three quarters. Fourth quarter, it was a terrible, terrible showing from the Hurricanes in the fourth quarter. But man, they did just enough in the three quarters to win that game.
Yeah, obviously, like you said earlier, Clark, Ohio State, Miami right now, without a doubt, to me, looks like the best two teams in the nation at this point in early October. And Carson Beck looks really good. And I think he's done a good job and a good fit. Shannon Dawson's offense down there. And I think they'll be in the playoffs and a dangerous team in December as well. But like you said, not a lot of competition. So it'll be interesting to see if they kind of just sleepwalk through the rest of their schedule, if they get popped or not, and then see what happens come December when they kind of come back onto the scene with some marquee games. But right now, Mario Cristobal, offense and defensive line, Reuben Bain is just a grown man out there. Sure. Impressive defensive lineman. And Corey Heatherman, I think that's his name, defensive coordinator down there, has done a good job with that Miami defense, and we'll see what happens.
I don't know if you saw this. Speaking of this game, I just remembered about this. There was a picture, and, man, it is iconic. It is so freaking cool. Florida State's band, this is halftime, right? They spell out Corso. Lee Corso was honored. Yeah. He was recognized before the game or maybe during the game, whatever. Anyway, they're sitting up in the press box. It's Lee Corso in the middle, Chris Fowler on his left, and Kirk on his right.
Really?
And it's kind of overlooking the halftime show with Corso spelled out. In the box, nobody else is around them. It's just those three guys cutting it up, chopping it up. And I could only imagine the conversation they're having. But, man, it brought a tear to my eye. It was just so, so cool. And that's one of those pictures. Have you seen it?
No, I'm
going to show it to you.
I need to see it, man, because that was the college game day from our childhood. It was just them three in the early 2000s, right? And obviously we just honored Lee Corso. He retired in week 1 this year, so you had to see that. I bet that is a neat picture. Mm-hmm.
The last game here, we did not pick this one, but you got to bring this up. This is just nobody saw this coming, and this is why we love college football right here. Penn State goes on the road to UCLA and loses 42-37. Wow.
Man.
That's insane.
Bad loss for Penn State. Like, atrocious loss in front of about 15 fans. I think, they tried to storm the field court.
Yes.
UCLA did, but it was there's a lot of gaps in the field. You can see a lot of green. You see a lot of grass still because there really wasn't that many fans in attendance to storm the field. Right. They were there.
You didn't know if it was just the media kind of congregating or if it was just fans.
But they piled out of the Rose Bowl stadium.
Oh, my gosh. Speaking of this game, too, I'm going to have to show you this, too, because I don't think you've seen it. Because otherwise, you'd have brought it up by this point. There is a video. They're storming the field, right? All 22 fans. And there's this one security guard, bless his heart, little heavier set, right? Would look like an offensive tackle,
right?
Trying to hawk down guys in his
he's
yellow
actually
vest.
doing his job.
Yes, actually earning his keep.
And even though he's not really getting paid enough, more than likely to do that job because majority of them, they realize that. When you just see the avalanche of people moving down to storm the field, you're like, I don't get paid enough to really
exactly, yeah. Just get out of the way.
Sacrifice my body. Right. I'm just going to get out of the way, right? But this guy, you're telling me, He was
trying to chase down, and bless his heart, his pants were they were drooping a little bit as he kept running. So we're going to have to ship him a belt out to California. Yeah, it's pitiful, man.
The Rose Bowl committee, they got enough money. They need to give that guy a raise.
I agree.
Just bought into his job.
We need to look him up. There is a viral video. You guys need to go look it up if you haven't seen it yet. But bless his heart, man. I mean, he was out there.
Really tried to do. That's good. Good on him, man. We need more of that more of that in our country of people taking pride in what they do for a living.
Anyway, folks, we've had a great time here on the Road 60. Yeah, well, Adam and I told you right before the show started. This might be like a 45-minute episode. And sure enough, we're here about an hour and 10, 15 minutes in.
What we do every one of them, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just like to ramble and talk, and then here we are.
I know. We're here. And we've enjoyed it. And we're going to be cranking out another episode here this Wednesday. Be on the lookout for that. That's going to be an Auburn preview episode, so you don't want to miss it. We got a lot of good Auburn talk, a lot of history involved in this game, this matchup. This is the Deep South's oldest rivalry. How can you not talk a little history? So
I love it.
Get your notepads out and your pencils.
That's
your
right.
number 2 pencils. The mechanical or the wood, either one suffice.
Because we're going to school Wednesday afternoon when you release that episode, right?
Yeah,
Wednesday afternoon when you release that episode. We're going to have a lot of Auburn history, a lot of Auburn talk, Clark, man. Love the week leading up to this game. I always have since I was a kid. I'm glad it's going to be able to just stick around, and you're going to continue this yearly because it's a tradition that's date back, like you said, Deep South's oldest rivalry. So start the Hate Week now. They're honoring Cam Newton at halftime, and they're doing that because I'm surprised it didn't bring Nick Fairley out as well.
Let's not speak that name on this
right,
podcast.
So just go ahead and ramp it up this week. Just get into your Auburn Hate. Monstrous football game. I can't explain enough how big of a game it is, but going to a venue that we have owned, it only lost there in 17 and 13. So if you look 15 years, only lost twice in the 7 times we've played there since. Something like that time frame. Oh, yeah. But on Auburn, it doesn't matter if it's in Athens or Opelika or in Atlanta, Georgia for SEC championship. Get fired up about it. We'll be here ready to roll. A lot of football left to play, and I can't wait, man. Wear your red and black this week. Get loud, get rowdy. Go Dawgs!
Go Dawgs!